There's always that lag between when you click the button and when Facebook says you are live on Wednesday morning. It's Andrea in the quilting shed. Woohoo! Great. Anyway, hi, good morning. I have some stories for you. Ah, so funny. Yes, there you can see big empty shelves behind me. I will get to that. Fun times. So it's finally spring. We're now in the yellow zone, so you can come in the shop. Yes, you can come in the shop and browse and pet the fabric and touch it and look at it. And yeah, but how big is a 1/4 meter exactly? I need to see it and see if that'll work for me. I get it, totally get it. So you can come in now and I can help you and I can answer your questions. So that's awesome. And then we can like see each other's faces like from here up. Because you still have to wear a mask. Yes, still wear a mask, please. Yeah. But it's spring, which means that we have super warm temperatures, and I am one of those fun people who gets sinus headaches with temperature changes. So I woke up yesterday and my head felt like it had been smushed in a vice or somebody had whacked me like right in the face. Like my nose right here was actually tender. Like I could just go like this and it would hurt. It was terrible. Um, and you got to wait till like all the drugs kick in and the hot tea and everything helps. Hot shower really helps too, but you can't keep taking showers in the middle of the day. The only problem with the Advil part, if I take enough Advil to knock out all of the pain, it knocks me out too, which it's really hard to run a shop when you're sleeping on the cutting table. So I was a little quiet yesterday and maybe not as on the ball as people expected, but I let them know I had a headache. So thanks for understanding. Um, yeah, just all the fun stuff for running your own shop is you don't really get a sick day. Well, I mean, you can. I could just flip the sign, but then people would be disappointed. I'll just muddle through. We'll just hang on. We'll muddle through. Better not as excellent customer service than no none at all. I guess that's what I'm going for. So, I made a boo boo. I made a boo boo. So every so often, when you have a quilt shop, some of your suppliers they'll send you an email and they'll be like, "We're trying to get rid of a bunch of fabric. Here's a list." I'm like, "Great, bunch of fabric, decent prices. Bring in a huge variety, good variety, and decent price, and just get a bunch in here at once. Get some new fresh stuff. Sounds great. All right, great. Take one of everything. Okay, yeah, no problem. Just give us a bit to do up that invoice." What do you mean a bit? There was like a list here, and it was kind of a short list. But the list, which I didn't quite notice because it wasn't specifically spelled out, because they did have SKUs after each name, but those were collections, not individual bolts like I thought. So I have a big order coming. That's the invoice. That's the there's lots of fabric coming. Just in this order from this one supplier, not counting the pre-orders that I'm still waiting for. So we've got some empty spots in the shop because we have to make room. Probably jumped the gun a little because they haven't shipped it yet. Still trying to box it all up, I guess. Oh, so much fun. Yeah, that all came in and I just, yeah, so fun time. Good morning, Linda. So yeah, we have a metric butt ton that's not official, but it seems like a metric butt ton of fabric coming probably next week. I've cleared, we had to go out and buy another shelf basically and smushed all the other fabric together just to make the room because it was a lot of where the heck are we going to put all this fabric. So there are new fabrics on sale. If there are ones, the collections that have been kicking around for a while that you maybe saw last summer and were jonesing after, it's probably marked down. If it's not, just ask me about it. Likely I probably would if I just hadn't gotten around to it yet. So just did a quick pass and said, yep, all these things are getting marked down. I'll do a second pass later, do that, see how good we do. So yeah, lots of interesting things coming. Great. There's a couple of almost full collections too, so that's going to be awesome. I'm getting a nice wide variety of things. Not a lot of flannel though. Flannel's getting harder to find. People keep asking for it, but I gotta get around to getting some flannel in here. Okay, I did get some other new things in, and because of the weather-related headaches and accidental ordering of lots of fabric, some of the regular boring admin tasks are way, way, way down on my list. But I did get in some new fabric. They just aren't showing on the website yet because that's the boring part. But my God, these things are gorgeous. You can see a bit behind me, but this panel is, this one here is insanely pretty and rainbowy, and I have one hanging up in the shop, and there's a whole bunch of patterns that go with it, which you can kind of see behind me. There, right over there, yeah. So, and that rainbowy stuff right there too. Good morning, Doreen, and how are you? And then there's this, and it's big and stripy and has a lot of fractal gradient type stuff on it. And the good part about this, especially when you look at some of the patterns, is you cut it apart and use it as different fabric. So you buy one big piece of fabric and it's like you have 20. So you can just cut it up and it looks like you pieced a bunch of things together, but you didn't really. So, and it's nice and bright and rainbow, and you can get really creative with it. Love it. That one is, did I price tag that one? I did not. Ha! 17 a meter. That's the other thing I've had to do now that the shop is open. I've had 2 months where stuff's coming in and it was only being listed online, so I had to go around the shop with my little price gun and price tag things that hadn't been price tagged. And I don't know if you remember, months ago I posted a picture of fighting with the price gun to try and stick the roll of price tags in it. Two adults to try and do this. Super easy, said the YouTube video. You just slide it in like this and click the thing shut and go like this, and it totally works. And that's not. After you fight with it for an hour and then you go have something to eat and you come back, you try it one more time, and then it totally works the way they said it did. Anyway, so yeah, we have some nice rainbowy gradient stuff where you can get super colorful. Also, you know what's super colorful and full of rainbow colors? The Kona cotton desk calendar. This is huge. Look at it. Also, I know it's a calendar and it's March, but this is 40% off. What? So each month has a color a day, and I know we're already 3 months into the year, but I'm saving the old sheets myself. So I will have a complete color card of all these gorgeous Kona colors. And, you know, free patterns and stuff that you can get on their website. So I just wanted to remind you that I still have some of these. Come get the last of them. You won't regret it, because then you get to look at a new color every single day. I mean, yeah, if you're a fan of color. So the other thing with being locked down and under quarantine is probably at some point there's going to be some babies. Look at all the other people. Corinne! Hi, Corinne. I just saw your comment. I missed you. I was thinking about you earlier. Oh, my God. What's the name of the rainbow thingy line? My mom. It's not really a line, Mom. It's new. It's a new Bold Beautiful Basic from Northcott. The stripy bit is called Fractured Light. And the panel is called Kaleidoscope. But in case you missed it, I do not have this on the website yet. I will get it up there for you. I'm halfway through typing it all in. Although for this big order, we're using the magic of PDF to XL conversion. Anyway, babies will be coming. And I have, it's not a traditional baby panel, but you can make bibs. And it has a cute little growth chart with the most adorable watercolor fox you have ever seen. Isn't it pretty? And it's $12. I mean, it's so cute. And I have matching yardage. Yes, you will want to see the matching yardage with. This is 17 a meter. It's got the blueberries and the leaves. It's very pretty. And it's got the nice green crosshatch. Also very pretty. That's a nice soft sagey green that a lot of people have been looking for and somewhat hard to find. And then this really pretty stripe. And also, good morning, Danielle. How are you doing? So, oh yeah, when I was saying I know what I forgot. I usually talk to Danielle at night, except last night I fell asleep at like 8:30 and I got 10 hours of sleep. So super awake today, but that's the best way to get rid of the sinus headaches. Lots of drugs, lots of tea, heating pad, sleep, which is really hard to do run a shop at the same time. So that's the new stuff. The Kona cotton calendar is on sale. I also have more Kona coming too from the same place. It's like just packing up stuff and sending it to me. Building up my muscles though, lugging those boxes around and moving all them bolts. Great. Yes, Corinne, you need to start quilting again or making something. What else? What else was I going to talk about? Sticky note. Yes, this is one of my coping techniques. If you have absolutely no memory, you just write everything down on a sticky note. My rule is if I have to remember 3 things, I'm writing it down, even if I'm just going across the house, because I'm going to forget. We have this joke in our family, and it's basically, oh, I forgot, and we'll say, it's because you walked through a doorway. Scientists did this study with some bugs that, I think it was just the common housefly or something, that showed that, my kid will correct me here in a minute. Neti pot, yeah. That's the fun part, the neti pot for the sinuses. They're not really clogged. I can breathe fine. It's just the pressure is insane. Something going on. So it's weird. They drain, but anyway, enough of that. So back to the memory thing. Scientists did a study with some houseflies that showed that if they, in the house, when they go from room to room, as soon as they cross the threshold, it's like they forgot what they did in the other room. So we're always, it's our little inside family joke that you forgot because you just crossed, went through the doorway just because you're a housefly, basically. I know. It's really neat, though, when you get talking to other people and interesting things in their family, like you get your own little lexicon of family type words. And like for a long time, we had girl cheese sandwiches, not grilled cheese sandwiches, because Emma couldn't say them correctly. We've got other things too. We're the family with all the weird facts. Yes. Somebody was in earlier this week. I can't remember what they asked for, but I think I said to them, but dinosaur fabric can be girl fabric too. And we got to talking how sometimes you don't hear girls talk about dinosaurs. And I'm like, well, my kids, we were pretty into dinosaurs. And then I spewed a bunch of dinosaur facts at her. So if you want useless facts, just come in and I will give you all kinds of useless facts. Sometimes they might be useful. I tell people, you can ask me a question and I can give you an answer. It might even be helpful. Yes, Doreen, I passed through the door of forgetfulness, the archway of memory. But when I was a kid and we watched Sesame Street, you had a loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. And I remember that. Go to the grocery. Not weird facts, fun facts. That's funny you say that because my youngest, Emma, who's 20, will say often in conversation, fun fact, and then give you a fun fact in a complete and total announcer voice, like a declaration. Did you know that? Did you know that the Stegosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus were as far apart as the Tyrannosaurus and us humans now? That's how far apart they were. The Stegosaurus and Tyrannosaurus did not live together in the same time frame. Nope. They were far apart. Those movies lied to you, putting them together like that. It's terrible. So anyway, so my mom, you will be happy to know there is a panel coming with A to Z animals and a bunch of matching fabrics for your big kid type quilts. Some pretty florals. The Imperial collection is some Oriental prints with some nice panels and metallics. Some 30s prints. Some Dear Stella stuff with the nice modern colors that people really like. I think there's a flannel in here with pandas somehow. I think that was a mistake, but I'll take it. Somebody will like it, right? There we go. All the fun of being a shop owner, and you just get to watch. Somebody will buy it. I know. So what else do we have? Since it's warming up, so we have things warming up, and The shop is a little bit downhill from the road, and if you've been here, we have two entrances. One is a little higher than the other. You come in the low one, and usually you go out the top one. It's really icy on the top side of the driveway, the high end. So if you're coming by, feel free to go out the entrance, the lower side, because it's less icy and it's easier to gain traction to hit the road, because the high side is kind of like this. So you feel like you have. No, Mom, the ultimate panel is not the one you did last year. This one looks more like, it's not the Eric Carle one, like the bug who ate through the book, but it's very similar. It's like in the similar illustration style. I can send you a link later to some pictures, but you'll see it soon enough. Yeah, I even had to move out the Christmas fabric. So there's still a little bit of Christmas fabric left. It's still on sale. What else? I did have a few people come in this week just because they were able. It's like, I don't need anything. I'm just able to come in, and I was driving by. So I thought I'd stop in just to see and say hi. I'm like, good, this is great. Any word on solar system fabric? No, sorry. No word yet on that. Everything is taking forever. But I'm hoping things will finally, like the dam will burst this spring or something, and everything that I'm sitting here waiting for is going to happen. I actually did get on the phone yesterday with another supplier because I was going through some spreadsheets again. I was like, hey, wait a second. I ordered from this place back in February. It wasn't a big order, but I ordered this and I never got it. Where is it? What is happening? So I called them up, and they were basically holding it because they were waiting for part of it, which is, it's fine. That's normal. That happens. But one of the suppliers was also being very slow and taking their good old time. And while they were holding that order, back orders from previous orders were coming in. So this order for me is exponentially growing, and it's coming. So I said, okay, look, if this extra stuff doesn't show up by Monday, ship it out Monday. She's like, sounds good to me. It's none of it's fabric. It's some threads and stuff. What's on the top shelf behind me? Right over here. Mandalorian Baby Yoda fabric and some poppies. There we go, poppies. Did you want to see some? Because I can go grab some. Otherwise, those are needles. Those are glide thread. There we go. I know, I just feel like I got my list, and I'm like, did I hit everything? And yeah, it's like, oh, I've only been talking for like 15 minutes. Great, no problem. Like I said, I got 10 hours sleep, so I'm already dressed and ready for my day, and I've loaded the dishwasher, and I've cleaned the kitchen, and I've prepped everything for the Facebook Live, and the shop is ready for me to open after we're done. Pretty awesome. I did get new Baby Yoda fabric that is also not yet showing on the site. But there is like one more new bolt, and it's super cute. See? He's in this little bubble. He's just really, really cute. I know. Oh, yeah. Okay. Polyester batting. Somebody's asking in the comments, do I have the really thin polyester batting? No, I have the fluffy polyester batting. Just like the Hobbs poly down. So that's a little fluffier. It's not the really, I think I know the stuff you mean. It's super, super flat, but it's poly. I like that stuff. I've been trying to find it. I don't have it. But I have the poly down, which is different because it's fluffy. Does my mom have any questions? Poppies. Oh, Kristen wanted to see the poppies. Okay. I can show you the poppies. I can show you the poppies because there's this print. This poppy print. This one has the white background. The one that's left on the shelf has a black background. This nice script in the background. It's all about France, I guess. Anyway, it's pretty. See? And this one is more poppies, but just totally packed with no background, just packed real tight. Smet's Teflon needles. Actually, yes, I do. I do have the Smet's Teflon needles. No stick. No stick. They don't say super non-stick. They don't say Teflon. They just say super non-stick. Teflon super nonstick in a few different sizes. So yes, I have those. Make sure I put them back in the same right spot. Okay, there we go. I also got in the Microtex chrome needles too. Still got to get those listed. The most boring thing in the world to put on the website is the Schmetz needles because all the images are very, very similar. Too many to type, my mom says. A visit in this. Oh, thank you for the warning. Right, my birthday's coming up. You'll have to visit me for that. I know, my birthday coming up. It's been a time, I tell ya. I guess it's going to be a short and sweet one today, which is fine because it looks like I have to clean up before people actually come in again today. This is great. Yes, the poppy fabric is actually very pretty and it's Northcott, so it feels really good too. Feels really, really nice actually. Anyway, can't wait to see what you guys, look at this. Okay, so while I'm stacking these things, the poppy fabric goes really nice with this green fabric from the baby line I just showed you. It's the same green. I love buying stuff from the same manufacturer because often they just use the same dye for everything. And stuff winds up coordinating from different lines. I love it. And they make sure that they use, like, Northcott's really good for using colors that match their solids too. So yeah, Mom, you should come up after we get the fabric, maybe right after we get the fabric, then I'll put you to work. Because what are parents if you can't put them to work for you? There we go. Okay. Oh, I did get a new jelly roll in too. I forgot to bring it up. I did get in 2 flannel backings, a navy and a gray. Just they're Stonehenge, so they're nice and modeled, so they'll hide any wonky stitching in case you were worried about that. That was my tip for somebody. If you want to practice your quilting, do it on a print or something that'll hide it so that you can sort of see what you're doing. But anybody else, they won't notice afterwards. It'll be great. It'll be great. And then, okay. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I need to refill my tea again. I need to refill my tea. I need to clean up. I need to do some more spreadsheet work. Spreadsheets never end. And then open the shop and blah, 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 all that fun stuff. So if you have any questions, let me know. Or you can stop in. Otherwise, I will see you Friday when you read my newsletter. Or see me next Wednesday. Yes, next Wednesday. That's right. Wednesdays are Facebook Live days, right? All right, I'm going because I'm rambling. Bye.